All right, all right. So good evening, everyone. Just checking. Laging ganito pag live. So I need to know from the audience mismo kung meron namang nanonood nito ngayon, if naririnig nyo ako ng maayos. So let me just look at the comments. Um, Uy, maraming salamat for tuning in. Andito si Waya. Good evening sa'yo. Oh, well, mas nasa future pala kami. So good afternoon pa lang yata on your end. And nakita ko rin si Matt. Solid, solid. So kindly let me know if naririnig nyo yung boses ko. Because I'm not sure if this setup is is maayos yung audio niya. Ayan. Ayan. Thank you, Ev. Thank you, thank you. Nagsimula na akong panoorin yung video course mo. So, practice tayo dyan sa pag-shoot ng videos moving forward. Salamat. All right. Yeah. So tonight, I just want to celebrate. I want to share my heart out. Kasi, well, as you can see, hindi pala ito yung usual ko na forma. So, I'm with, long sleeves. Tapos, as you can see, naka Bluetooth tayo na mic and earphones, no? The idea is earlier today, nag-jump ako into a consultation call na matagal ko nang hindi pinresent yung sarili ko in a professional way. So parang since nag-pandemic noong 2020, parang sobrang informal na lang lahat ng mga calls ko na like maraming jokes, maraming like less terminologies na too technical and stuff. Pero earlier today, ah, gosh, I found myself na kailangan kong mag-adjust kasi it's a different market, it's a different clientele. iba yung expectations, mas pormalan talaga. So, nung after na nitong whole day na 'to, aside from iba ko pang mga ginawa, nag-isip ako, okey if I'll go into, an FB live, ano kayang topic yung puwede tonight? So, nag-dive ako into napunta ako dun sa authenticity na side of things. Kasi yun nga, napapaisip ako, tuwing kailan ba talaga tayo fully authentic or expressing ourselves most genuinely? Meron kasing mga side, especially for my entrepreneur friends and mga nasa marketing, 'di ba, na puwede naman na ang ipakita lang natin sa mga tao na nasa paligid sa'tin is kung ano yung gusto nilang makita o kaya iparinig natin sa kanila kung ano yung gusto nilang marinig. We're all about service as entrepreneurs, we're all about creating value, 'di ba? So, nag-a-adjust tayo dun sa needs and demands and requests nung iba't ibang mga tao na sine-serve natin, even mga taong mahalaga sa'tin kung outside man 'yan of a business context. Ah, pero puwede rin kasing umabot sa point na, alam mo yung kaka-adjust mo ng kaka-adjust sa ibang tao, parang natatabunan mo na kung sino yung ikaw. Yung nako-compromise mo pala na nako-cross mo yung boundaries ng pag-honor sa sarili mong values, yung mga bagay na mahalaga sa'yo. Tapos minsan hindi naman talaga siya biglaan, madalas hindi biglaan. We give way degree by degree na nakakalimutan natin yung sarili natin in the process. Hanggang sa we find ourselves na even yung expressions natin sa ibang mga tao parang, alam mo yun, hindi na talaga tayo o hindi na tayo naging masaya o nakaka-drain na siya masyado ng energy. So, it just got me thinking kasi etong latest thing that I'm doing, going back to mas formal na consultations, for a new set of network, may mga adjustments talaga akong ginagawa and, it's bearable. It's 10% of the overall 100% that I'm doing, 'no. However, nakikita ko rin na, ah, andun yung questions na nafo-form na kailangan ko ba talagang gawin 'to and all that. Ayun, sabi ni Coach Ron, adaptability ba 'yan, 'di ba? Parang, and yun nga merong need, merong outlet and napa-practice siya. Ayun lang, ang nakita ko lang na concern for me and for most people that I'm meeting is, kailangan ba adjust ka na lang ng adjust hanggang sa makalimutan mo yung sarili mo? Does it actually have to reach that point na matatauhan lang tayo kapag napagod na, nanawa na, nasaktan na, and, sumobra na, yun. So, ayan, nice to see you here, Ken. Ayan. So, ayun lang, ang thoughts ko about authenticity, I'm just gonna share a few, principles 'cause I've struggled with it through the years. Um, and here's what has helped me. So, I'm just gonna share. I realized lahat ng mga tao kapag pinanganak tayo, we're actually clean slates. So, wala ka pa naman talagang perspective sa mundo, wala ka pang mga worldview, wala ka pang beliefs na pinanghahawakan. As in, nagsisimula lahat from zero, 'di ba? From childhood, tsaka mo palang nakikita ano yung environment mo, sino yung nag-i-influence sa'yo, usually parents, 'di ba, or our guardians kung sino yung nag-aalaga sa'tin. Tapos yung mga iba pang tao sa paligid natin. Tapos we go to school, may iba't iba pang nakakasalamuha and all that. Tapos dun na lang nabubuo yung perception natin. Yung perception natin, yung tingin natin ano, yung reality that we are living out. So, if lahat tayo nagsisimula sa zero, and then eventually we grow through the influence of our environment and other people, naisip ko lang na even at our best right now, we are merely a collection of all the other people around us while we were growing up, and even now, who we allow to influence us. sino yung fina-follow natin sa social media, kaninong libro yung binabasa natin. Ito, even yung live na 'to, like, I'm thankful sa oras niyo. There may be some things here na mapi-pick up ninyo and will shape who you are moving forward. So, gosh, I'm thinking lahat ng tao is just a collection of other people. Okay, that's the first thing. And when I realized that, merong mga tao na non-negotiable sa buhay mo. Basically, hindi ikaw yung pumili sa kanila. So that's your parents, your siblings, parang tinadhana na talaga kayo na kayo yung magkakasama. And then, there are people naman na mas makikilala mo pa lang along the way, people that will come and go. Tapos yung iba mas magiging close ka with, so mas matindi yung influence nila sa'yo. And yung iba naman, kumbaga dadaan lang sila sa buhay mo, 'di ba, for the sake of a lesson, 'di ba? So, wala pong hugot 'yun, nabanggit ko lang. But the idea is may mashi-shape din na portion of your life through those people. So, merong mga tao na non-negotiable, andiyan na talaga, nakatadhana na for sure nakaimpluwensiya sa'yo ng matindi. And there are people naman na mas variable. Ah, looking into this, saan nabubuo yung individuality ng isang person? Kumbaga, where does it actually start and where does it end? Paano mo masasabi na ikaw talaga, ikaw? Given the principle na lahat tayo is a collection lang of all the other people and the influences that we have consumed or naging around us. Yeah, so that's a question I've been struggling with. Sino ba yung ako pag sinabi kong ako si Harry, right? And then we go to the topic of authenticity. How do I actually represent myself when hindi ko pa fully ma-define kung sino ako, okay? Where does it start and where does it end? Mapapansin mo 'to siguro, kapag you're around certain people, iba yung iba yung normal mo. Iba yung nasasabi mong expressions, iba yung ngiti mo, yung galaw mo, yung decisions mo, nag-iiba siya, eh. When you're in a specific environment, iba ka sa bahay, may iba sa'yo 'pag nasa work, may iba sa'yo kapag clients yung kausap mo. Merong mga shifts na nangyayari. Puwedeng sobrang laki nung shift, puwede rin namang onti lang, 'di ba? But the idea is meron pa ring nag-iiba. So, does it mean na when we shift, depende sa kasama natin o mga tao sa paligid natin, hindi na rin tayo nagiging authentic? So these are just thoughts again, itong live na 'to is titled Kage Thoughts. Ito yung mga usual na naiisip ko lang on a daily basis, mga curiosities that I have and that has led me to different adventures and growth opportunities along the way. I find that, not sure saang quote galing 'to, baka si Matt alam 'to, na the quality of our life depends on the quality of the questions that we ask. And yun lang, may pattern talaga ako to ask questions na mas malalim, than most questions that I encounter. So, yeah, I'm just sharing this para hindi ako mag-isa. Okay, okay, alright. So, the idea that I found out after all this 'no, na lahat tayo clean slate, lahat is influence lang by other people, and then nag-iiba-iba rin tayo kapag iba-iba yung kasama nating mga tao. Um, Ultimately, here's what I found. You are who you choose to be, and you are who you choose to represent, and you are who you choose to express yourself with at this moment. Okay? The idea is, I believe, bawat isang tao, normal sa'tin maging authentic. And even if may mga times na naiimpluwensyahan tayo ng iba, if aware ka na choice mo na maging gano'n at mag-express in that way and mag-act in that way and mag-decide in that way during that moment, authentic ka pa din. So it's not about less authentic ka kapag nag-iiba-iba or kung iba-iba yung kasama mo or iba-iba yung pakikitungo mo sa iba-ibang tao. If that's part of your choices, then that's still part of you, evolving in the expressions of your authenticity. Okay? Now gusto ko lang 'tong banggitin real quick. Siguro I'll end in about 10 minutes. Um, Isa sa mga nakikita ko rin kasi, especially in my network of entrepreneurs, freelancers, mga content creators, there's this usual thing ngayon na madalas nang sinasabi, and it's the term na show up, show up. And nakakatuwa siya kasi, ang daming layers and iba-iba rin yung way ng bawat mga tao to show up, 'no? There are people who show up in the sense na, eto even yung ginagawa ko ngayon is showing up. I'm just being the very rawest version of myself right now. So I'm thinking aloud through Kage thoughts, 'no? Um, the idea is yung iba, they show up through content, so they create a specific thing that other people can consume, and yun yung way nila of showing up. Others naman, they tell stories about themselves, their experiences, yung ah, mga thoughts din nila, mga nararanasan nila, like, throwback pictures ta's may reflection ngayon, like 20 years ahead in time, which are cool. I love those. Meron din naman na nag-o-offer sila ng services, nag-o-offer sila ng programs, ng courses, that's part of them showing up, 'no? There are different ways na nangyayari 'to. Now, the idea lang is when we when we show up, ang nakikita ko madalas is we show up hindi talaga mostly to see or explore paano natin better ma-express yung sarili natin. Ang mas nagdidikta ng showing up most of the time is kung sino yung audience natin, especially for content creators. Um, Hindi naman siya masama. I just see na merong mga points by which nag-a-adjust na lang yung nagke-create ng content o nagsho-show up doon sa kung ano yung mas makaka-receive siya ng validation for. Right. That's that's an observation na nagiging hinahabol natin yung responses ng mga tao sa paligid natin para ma-feel na merong, makabuluhan na nangyayari dun sa pag-show up, pag-create ng content or doing something especially in a social media driven world. Um, that's an observation. I'm not saying it's good nor bad, but I think we can still do better. The idea is if you're choosing to express yourself and match that with people who can both give you a good feedback in a sense na you will be ready to accept the things na masasabi nila even if it's negative. Um, there's gotta be there will be better content for the world moving forward if we would dare to express ourselves fully, even if it might risk offense. Instead of just catering to what's readily valuable, what's readily something that people would agree to, what's readily, alam mo yun, yung mas madaling i-embrace ng majority kasi yun yung uso or trendy or probably mas yun yung kino-consume nila ngayon with the hashtags and all. I would challenge each and everyone who's listening to this right now. Try mo kahit once a week lang to to do something na ibe-bear mo yung actual thoughts mo on something that would take courage, that would be risky, that would probably be offensive for some people, and see what happens. The idea is to create something na ikaw mismo puwedeng ma-challenge at matuto from, instead of to create something to just get the attention of the people that you you want to serve or give value to. Yeah, just at least once a week. Like, do something na alam mong mas para sa'yo kaysa sa mga tao na puwedeng makakita nun. And I want you to feel deeply what that experience is like for you. Um, yeah, this is all about authenticity. Lahat tayo may capacity to be more authentic moving forward. And I'll end in 1 minute. Just a few benefits. Just a few benefits. Um, you'd rather live in a world na ang maa-attract mo na mga tao is ka-align mo talaga. You'd rather live in a world na kapag yung totoong ikaw, yung yung nakikita ng iba, mako-consider nila if enough ba yung levels ng similarities and differences ninyo, but still you can work together or create something beautiful. Kasi wala naman talagang person na 100% magiging kapareho natin when it comes to our beliefs and values. There will be levels of similarities and difference. And yes, it's so good kapag nagbo-bond tayo over the things na pareho sa atin with other people. Kaya minsan may trauma bonding, 'di ba? Pareho kayo ng fears and experiences and all that. It's so good. But there's also a sense in which paano 'pag dumating na yung point na may differences kayo? Paano 'pag dumating na yung point na ma-discover ninyo yung mga bagay na magkaiba pala kayo ng pananaw with? Will it be a deal breaker? Or will your expressions of authenticity be a good foundation para masabing, "Okey, may differences tayo in this, pero I know you enough so that our relationship will not be broken by just this difference." It's useful for clients you're serving. It's useful for the people or basically your family as well. So non-negotiable people. It's useful for retaining like longer term relationship, business partnership, even romantic relationships. There's just a lot of benefits to that na merong side kang naipapakita na usually not, kumbaga na very raw, na hindi mo kinuret para lang sa makakapanood, na ginawa mo para sa sarili mo. Um, 'Cause that will be a good filter for aligned relationships moving forward. You'd rather attract people na sanggang dikit mo for longer term. Kasi yung pinakita mo sa kanya na totoo, yun na talaga from the start. Kaysa na-discover na lang along the way may mga big stuff pa pala na dapat na get out of the way na from the get-go. Ah, Yun lang naman. So this is Kage Thoughts episode 2. Very raw, walang script, just be musing over the stuff that I reflected earlier on this day. And yeah, maybe tomorrow, depende sa schedule, manonood kami ng Ant-Man, where we're gonna do a block screening with members of my community, family, and of course, mga some of my clients and special invites there. Baka lang I can still do another one. Depende sa lessons on Ant-Man Quantumania tomorrow. But yeah, salamat for tuning in, and I hope you got something from me sharing my thoughts. Cheers and